What's up, y'all? I'm Dev,
And I'm a Dom.
and you're watching
Slim
Slim
TV.
TV.
And when I get with you, feel like we back together. I know it's been a long time. And just keep it real and show me what we had was special.
Introduce myself. My name's Dom. I'm with
Dom.
Ace Entertainment, Slim
Okay.
TV, all that good stuff.
All right, fine. Man. Nice to meet you, bro.
It's not
All
nice
right,
to
no.
meet you. All right, so I wanted to start it off like this, right? So for the people who don't know, like just go ahead and give yourself like just a basic introduction.
Okay. Okay. I go by Nuzzo. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Virginia, Newport News.
That's what's up.
Uh, I lived there my whole life up until like 2021, like that
Mm,
time. Um, but I've been doing music for about 10 years, like seriously. So I started producing in 2015.
mm,
And then, I didn't really know nothing. I just started making beats, you know what I mean? And I used to want to rap. So that's what got me into producing. You know what I'm saying? I went to school, college, all of that. But I was, at the same time, while I was doing all that, I was making beats.
mm.
You know what I mean? But I just kind of always knew I was going to do music since I was a kid. So that's kind of like how I got into the producing thing. But other than that, bro, it's just, I'm the average dude from Virginia. Like, you feel me?
That's
Like,
what's up.
it's the same thing as anybody else, but I just kind of like locked in on it, and I never stopped, bro. Like, that's why I be telling people.
Mm,
And I traveled outside of Virginia, so that's important. Like, to have to leave and go tap in with people that you're not used to
mm,
tapping in with, meeting new people, starting over. Like, when you go to college or high school, you a freshman, you don't know nobody. Like,
mm,
it's the
mm.
same vibe. Like when you go to a different city, like
Right.
you know what I mean. You
Yeah.
gotta connect with people. But I always been good at talking, so that it never really was nothing hard for me to learn. It was slow though at first. I'm not gonna lie. Like especially coming to Florida, Miami area, like that's where I live. So
That's what's up.
I live in Fort Lauderdale, but you know what I'm saying, Miami's right there. That's like 20, 30 minutes. It's not like a crazy drive, but yeah, Florida a little different, like to get used to, and then it's just real political out here too. So that's why me having the placements that I had, it kind of created like leverage for me to where I could be like, yeah, I did this and the third. Like once you start getting placements with like big artists and one of them songs hit to where everybody know it, that's when you can kind of like it's easier. It get easier as you get in. You know what I mean? But it's definitely hard to get people to rock with you when you never had no records, that have ever moved on some serious like move the needle. Cause you getting a placement on the album, that's cool.
Mm,
But it's like you gotta get a song that is a single. You know what I mean?
right.
You get one of the singles, those songs that they putting out doing the video too, they really pushing. That's gonna go on the radio. That's the song you want. Album songs be cool. It's definitely an accolade, but I just have so many those records with any like it could be anybody that you can think of, like a big artist. Like, but that don't mean I really made nothing from it.
Right. Yeah.
It'd be like people don't understand how this music stuff work. They think that it's just you rich once you get a placement and it drop.
Right.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it about me, man. I mean, it's not nothing too complicated. I really just stayed in the house. My pops used to kind of be a little strict. I didn't have no car at the time in high school, so I ain't have nothing better to do but to make beats. Like it was like, what am I
Right.
gonna be doing outside really, other than what I mean, getting in trouble doing something I ain't supposed to be doing. So I just always kind of like the beat thing was fun, bro. And now I record, I write music, I do my own songs. Like I can do anything really with it now, but I'm still learning.
Which is
That's
such a flex too to be able to like write your own song and then produce your own song. That's like
nah, thank
not a
you,
lot of
bro.
people can do that.
It's hard. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard to even really do it. Even me, like knowing that I can do it, it'd be like it's like you got all these hats on, bro. So it's
Mhm.
kind of hard to like focus on one thing because you good at a lot of different things.
Mhm.
And then it's like I'm best at beats though. I know that, for a
Mhm.
fact. But I know I got something there as a writer, as an artist as well, because I done did songs with people and I just know what I bring to the table when I'm in the room working on a song with somebody. But that's everybody can't say they they signed a deal, you know,
Mm-mm.
and that really be everything to everybody. But to
Mm-hmm.
me, like now, that ain't even everything. You feel me? Like,
Mm-hmm.
like people
Right.
think they get some money, like, oh, I made it. Like, that don't mean you made it, bro. That just mean you in a deal. Like, pretty much, like you just gotta work your way out of it. So that deals ain't for everybody. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because you gotta really be good to really make that money back, bro.
Right.
Like, you gotta have some motion. You know, they'll sign anybody to a deal.
Right.
And
Yeah.
in reality, somebody might not even have no motion to go get placements. Like, why would you give him some money
Mm-hmm.
knowing that he don't have no avenues to get records done?
Right.
You
At
know what I'm
the
saying?
time you signed your deal, did you feel like you made it? Like at that time?
I ain't gonna lie, it definitely felt different, you know, because it was like I went from not working, like I never had no job for, like I had a few jobs, like, you know, little whack jobs that I hated, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but it was never, nothing ever made me as much money as I would making beats. You know what I'm saying? Like me selling a beat, that's like mad time for somebody working 9 to 5. Like they gotta work for like months
Mm-hmm.
to even get that same amount that I would get for a beat. You know, so I kind of like just realized like, bro, I gotta lock in on this to get to this. But it's also hard to get paid
Really?
in the music industry. So you gotta know that. Like that's the other side. It's never peaches and cream on. Like, you know, you gotta like be somebody that's known and that don't play just to get your money, you know?
Right.
So, you know, it's not as easy as it looked. But in terms of like, dang, what did you ask me? I forgot almost. The
It was
question
like,
about the job.
like well, at the time when you signed your deal, like, did you feel like
Oh
you
yeah,
made it?
did I feel like I made it? Yeah, so like I
Mm-hmm.
felt like I made it. Like I definitely felt like I was reaching a new level.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? It was like I went from high school to college.
Right. Yeah.
Or no. This is the best way I can say.
And
It
that's
was like me
cool.
getting drafted. What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's happening, bro?
Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you, bro.
I know I was just in the middle of
Nah,
talking, but
you good? Go ahead, finish it.
pretty much like to me, I feel like it was like you getting drafted and you in your rookie contract, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like you not getting paid the most. People think you rich because you just got a check, but they don't realize that you got to pay for all this other stuff. Like you got to pay all these people. So really, you only got this amount. You know what I mean? So that's how it feels to me. Like I felt like I was a rookie. You know, I might not be starting, but I'm getting in the game. You feel me? I'm getting a
Yeah.
few
Right.
shots up. You feel me? But like I said, people just gotta know you, and you gotta build relationships in this music. Like that's really the important thing. Is just people liking you
Mm-hmm.
and wanting to do something with you or help you. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you could be working with everybody. People might be talking bad about this guy and this guy, but they might work with you this way. So it's like you can't really sit there and be like, "Oh, bro, ain't." You know what I mean? If he doing you right, you don't know how them people fell out. You
Right.
know, people gonna say anything about somebody when they not cool with them no more. So you gotta kind of go off of like your personal feeling, like your gut feeling, how I feel for you.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
That,
that's my advice to anybody. Like, it's not gonna be the same for everybody.
mm-hmm.
You know, depending on who you dealing with. But yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. I know I know you wanted to probably introduce yourself, bro.
Oh no, you good, bro.
But
Um,
yeah, that's pretty much it on like my that question at least. I
Mm-hmm.
would say.
What would you say? Like, I know you said like, you had a strict father, like he was always locked in the
Yeah,
crib. So like, what do you think like your love for like music stems from? Like, what would you say?
it's definitely because my family, like, they used to. My parents are young, like they're not like old parents,
Mm-hmm.
like my mom and dad. They 48. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They like I'm 28. So you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
do the math.
Do
Like,
the math. Bro.
yeah.
Like you know, they was playing. My mom was listening to Mary J, all the R&B, SWV. My grandma even, my granddad, like they all listen to music, hip hop music. Like my granddad was playing radio, listening to the new artists. Like you know, even though he was older, like
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah,
I always heard music. My grandma used to play like the Christmas music during like it might be Mariah Carey, Jackson 5 Christmas, like you know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson singing the Christmas songs, like all of that music I was just hearing, and even just listening to the radio. It's certain artists to this day that I remember as a kid just from hearing their voice. Like Donnell Jones, his voice always was like in my head when I was a kid. You know, so I just when I got and what's crazy is Donnell Jones was one of the first legends to follow me on Instagram. He just randomly followed me. I did a remix to one of his songs and posted on SoundCloud. He followed me off of it. You know what I mean? And it was just crazy.
Yeah,
You know,
that's dope.
I always rocked with bro. Like I didn't even know what he looked like. I just knew his voice when I would hear it. You know, but I just and my dad he used to have the CD cases full of like. That's how I got into rapping. I feel like or just being an artist. Cause I used to try to rap with my dad. My dad used to have the CDs burnt on the like the bootleg CDs, and he'll
Yeah.
have all the instrumentals that was hot at the time.
I
Floppy
remember
He
them
disk.
just
type
yeah
of
he.
CDs.
I won't even a floppy disk. I'm talking about just CD player. Like
Oh,
he would just
word.
like we might be on a trip to Philly. My pops from Philly. We
Mhm.
might be on a trip to go to Philly, and it's me, him, and my little brother. He gonna turn on the instrumentals, and we gonna rap while we ride to Philly. So
That's
that's what we do. Like my little brother, nice. Like you know, like I don't know if y'all familiar with him. His name's Isaiah, but he lives in Virginia. And he shoots videos too. Like you know, but he's better than me at rapping. You get what I'm saying? Like real talk. Like I know my little brother better than me at rapping. You know what I'm saying? He just got to get to that point where you like, all right, my delivery right. I'm writing better songs, like, and even then, you still not all the way there
yeah.
because you gonna have to get in with somebody like the people I'm with, like Verse Simmons, and they gonna show you that you're not good because they really do this and they've been doing it for way longer than me. Can y'all hear me? Still?
Yeah, we can
Yeah. So
hear
how
you.
I got a question about
Somebody had
that.
called me for a second,
Oh, you good.
but
I got
yeah,
a
bro,
question
it's
about
levels.
that, bro.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
So you working with Verse Simmons, like how did that come about?
Actually through my lawyer, which is crazy. I had met a lady that ended up being my lawyer when I was in Virginia because I was just doing music, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't really have a consistent lawyer. I didn't have a team. I didn't have none of that. So my lawyer just happened to like I met her through a family friend, and she basically it's so crazy because her husband was trying to be my manager, but she ended up taking me to Verse. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy because like how you gonna undercut your husband
Right.
and you feel me? But at the same time, she wasn't doing it because of it. Like it wasn't to like undercut him, but it was really because she just understood what I was doing and what I was like trying to go, where I was trying to go. You know, and it's Verse and a guy named Fresh. He's like his name is Worldwide Fresh on Instagram. He's a big writer as well. He writing songs for Coi Leray, Doechii. Like they both of them wrote What It Is for Doechii.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You
Yeah,
get what I'm saying? So like I'm around like people that's really also doing it. So it just made sense, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm in his house right now. Like come here and do music whenever I want. Right? You know, so it's a blessing like to have that. And then you got also think like they got resources and connections that they gonna connect you to too. That's a
Yeah,
whole nother
fact.
network. I wouldn't know Hitmaker without Verse.
A lot of people don't even know Hitmaker real name was Young Berg at first.
I know, which is crazy. They look the
Yeah.
same, but
Same
you know what I'm
dude.
saying. But I get it though, like,
Yeah.
because if you don't know, you're not gonna know. Like, and a lot of people don't know what he does. You feel me? Like, a lot of people don't know what certain people do, and they just be assuming like they might not really do nothing. But it, like I said, it's levels. Like when I get in the room with certain people, I be like, okay, I see why. I see why he talk like how
Yeah.
he talk. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like certain people, they just know what they doing. Not saying everything you're gonna agree with. Not saying everything you gonna rock with. None of that. Like, but it's just what it is. You gotta respect somebody when they been there before you.
Yeah.
Like,
Way, way
especially
different strokes for different folks.
yeah, facts. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you gotta have your own mindset. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be like letting everybody dictate what you gonna do.
Right.
Like this your stuff. So it's like me at the same time as I'm learning, I'm still doing me, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I've always been like that. So, but that's what happened for me. You know, I think I'm in a good situation. You know what I mean? everything not gonna be perfect though. You know what I mean? There's some stuff that's not gonna be right with
One
whatever.
day at a time, though, brother.
But you got to figure it out, though. You know what I mean? You can't blame everybody for that either, because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be having moments where I'm trying to, like, point a finger, like I'm mad because I ain't get this, that, and the third, but it don't always be everybody's fault, you know? So everybody be going through the same stuff, too. That's another thing. Like, just like you ain't getting paid, they probably not getting paid for a bunch of things, too, you know? So everybody be kind of going through the same stuff. You just gotta kind of realize that and like watch how you like, what's the word? Like how you project over, you know, like your feelings to people.
Right.
Because a lot of people, you know, they might get mad. Like a lot of people fall off the first deal. You feel me? Because they just can't handle like all the BS that you won't go through.
Like
You know what I mean?
trauma dumping.
Yeah, because everybody goes through it. You know what I mean? Like it's just about you figuring out how to navigate through it. Like, you know, like you can't just let it break you. But it breaks some people. Some people not able to do it, bro. Like it's a lot being self-employed, knowing that you ain't got paid for a whole year on a record that's out. People don't know that, you know? Like people think everybody be up as soon as the song come out. Like we ain't get paid yet. Like real like nobody got paid yet.
That
I
should take time.
would have never thought no shit like that.
Yeah, bro. Like I be having moments, bro, when I be down, bro, and I be mad. You know what I'm saying? I be like, bro, I need to get this bread, like, cause that once you sign a deal, bro, you're not getting no more money till you recoup.
Right. Right.
That's the deal you signing. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody be hyped because they see that money, but you gotta realize that joint go faster than what you think. Like for real, like
Is that why, like, after certain artists, like, when they sign and then you never hear from them again, is that like
I mean,
situation
yeah,
that you're talking about?
it be a combination of stuff though, bro. It don't always be one thing. Everybody's situation different. Sometimes the people you signed to wasn't the right people. Sometimes you might not have the right team to really like get stuff done. So like at the end of the day, it's never gonna be perfect. That's why I said, you just gotta trust your gut and just you gotta feel like you're in a good space. You know what I mean? You gotta look at the pros and the cons, and you really just sit there and just see like, do I think I'm gonna be in a better position in the next 5 years if I stay with these people?
Yeah, fact.
That's the best way I could say it. Like you got to look at the bigger picture sometimes. Sometimes you got to stop thinking about the money and all the extra stuff because it's temporary. You know what I mean? Everything be temporary. Not saying you gotta know your stuff too, because they not finna tell you. Nobody gonna tell you. So it's like until you start figuring it out, you gotta go through it to figure it out. Like I had to go through certain things to kind of know what I know now.
Right.
Like
I tell people all the time, man, you gotta go through it to get through it.
it's unfortunate, but it's just it's what it is. Like it don't matter what industry you in, you gonna get finessed at first. Like respectfully, like they're gonna try to get you to you're gonna pay you the least. You know what I'm saying? Until you stand on that and you like, and they know you're not playing no more, they're gonna do that, you know, because they know you don't know. Right. It's not on purpose. It's just like I'm gonna try to save money because bro ain't you don't really know what's going on. So you know, I'm not saying I'm gonna do that, but I'm just telling you how they're thinking. You know, all these people that you gonna deal with in the music industry, they thinking like that. They not trying to pay you more. You know what I mean? They trying to pay you less because they want to save bread.
Yeah.
Like you would do the same thing if you had a business. Like, you know, so it'd be like, I get it, but it'd be like, damn. like, especially when you a young nigga too coming in, like it's like, you know, but it happens to them. That's why they do it to us. Like, you know, so it's just what it is. Like that's how the industry go. A lot of people be hurt in their own way, and then they start doing some of the same stuff to people. You know, so you just gotta be you, bro, and lead by example, and just kind of, like I said, you just gotta stick to your plan. Like you gonna deal with different type of people. You gotta know this how I deal with these people, but this how I'm gonna do my business. You get what I'm saying? Like everybody run their stuff different. It's the Wild Wild West with the music industry. So there is a standard, but sometimes that standard ain't what people do. like this how we do it. Like I'm the one with all the followers. Like I'm the one with the deal. Like, I'm doing it how I want to do it.
Right.
You ain't get me here. That's how they looking at it. You know, so, and that's another reason why you got to build your own artists. You know, like, that's my goal now. Like, I'm trying to start, like, really starting from the zero. You know, like, I might find somebody I think that's a dope artist and they got a sound, but it's like it's hard when y'all not in the same place, obviously. And then also it'd be like on them, like, are they working on their own? Are they recording songs on their own?
Are they
Yeah.
consistent?
Are they even consistent? Are they even dropping anything? Like, you know, like, it's just like,
Mm.
I'd rather work with somebody that I know work hard rather than somebody that's talented.
Right.
Somebody
Right.
that got a crazy work ethic. Like, they doing shit. They doing beats every day. Like,
That's
knocking them
me.
out. Or they doing songs every day.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's the type of people I want to work with. Because it's like, I know how the people work in the studio that I like when I'm in certain rooms. Like, when you see certain writers and certain beat makers come in the room and you see how fast they do it, it'd be like, I need to turn up. Like, I
Yeah,
ain't doing
fact.
this right. Like, you feel me?
Right.
So,
Right.
like, even me, I don't be feeling confident to go in the booth in the studio session because I write songs a little slower. You know, I might write my song slower than this person. They go in and knock it out in 30 minutes.
Right.
And once you start seeing that, you be like, bro, I need to go, like, lock in. You know, you feel like you're not there yet. But in reality, after hearing all of that stuff and feeling like that, you're getting better at the end of the day. Like, you just got to keep working. You don't realize it until probably like a year later. When you go listen to everything, you like, damn, I'm making these beats. These beats sound crazy compared to last year. Like,
Man, the growth
or this
be
song I
crazy.
made, I sound way 10 times better. Like,
Yeah.
so that's how I got better and how I realized I was getting better. People start asking me for songs. Like, I'm like, y'all want my songs? Like, I don't write songs for
He
people.
said,
You know what I'm
Which
saying? I
yeah.
write
software you
songs for
use?
me, bro. I don't really know how to write for people unless I'm in the room with them and we kind of having a conversation
Mhm.
and they kind of give me an idea. But even then, it got to be a vibe. Like, I got to feel it too, you know? Like, beats, I could do all day. Like, that's
What
easy.
software you use?
Huh?
What software you use?
I use
Okay.
FL. Yeah, I've been on FL Studio since I started, like, and it done came a long way. See, when I first started, though, there wasn't all these videos.
Yeah.
Like, there's
No
videos
tutorials, none of
to
that
do
shit.
everything now. Like, you can literally learn how to make beats. Like, anybody that's want to learn how to make beats, there's no excuse because every video on the internet. You just got to know what to look up. And you got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to do your research.